Okay, let's talk about industrial awards. Industrial awards are a document that sets out exact conditions of work and pay. Many people work underneath them. Okay, it's usually negotiated between employers and unions, and it awards provide employment condition details such as pay rates, how much you get paid for overtime, any leave entitlements and breaks for meals, superannuation requirements, how many hours of work you're allowed to do, that kind of thing. So it's basically an agreement between the employer and the employee as to this is what we will follow. Now, let's take a look at an award. These ones, they all look fairly different, but these ones have been formatted according to the textbook. Okay, so you might find one that looks different, but they'll all have similar features. So let's take a look at what's here. Okay, this is the award summary sheet for the fast food industry. Okay, and then it goes and tells you which businesses this applies to. Okay, you can see some popular ones in there. There's Hungry Jack's, there's Red Rooster, there's Eagle Boys is old, but there's Uncle Tony's Kebabs. Okay, Domino's is in there. So fast food industry. Some places like McDonald's will negotiate their own special agreement. Okay, this is some businesses will decide to follow this award. So let's have a look at what else you'll find on an award. Okay, I'm just going to change to something smaller. Okay, an award will have a pay scale. Now, you have generally got ones for different levels, okay, because someone who's first year or just starting will have a different pay to someone who's older or been in the job for longer. And then you'll also have junior rates for people who are considered juniors, and they get a percentage of whatever the adult rate is. Okay, so they'll also have a weekly, okay, for full-time workers, a part-time rate, and a casual rate. So you'll notice the weekly is in the hundreds of dollars. That's because that's how much a flat rate per week that they'll get. Okay, whereas the part-time and the casual, they are an hourly rate. Okay, and you'll notice the part-time is less because part-timers get sick leave and holidays, whereas casual workers don't. So casual workers get compensated for that. Let's have a look at what else is in here. Okay, you'll also find a definition of what is an ordinary hour for ordinary hours for the week for those full-time people. Okay. In this case, for the fast food industry, it's 38-hour week. You'll also find penalty rates. So here we've got a definition of what happens on a Saturday and a Sunday. Okay, and it says, oh look, it's paid at the rate of time and a quarter. Okay, so that would be 1.25 times your normal rate. And then sometimes there's extra ones like late work, if you're working early hours of the morning or late at night. Okay, so it will set that out. In this case, if you're working early morning, Monday to Friday, you actually get a bonus on top of your hourly rate rather than a multiplier. What else is there here? Okay, we've got overtime. Overtime is if you work over the 38 hours in the week, what sort of rate does that get paid at? Okay, so in here it says time and a half. Here we go. A definition of what is a part-time person. Okay, well, we know what a full-time person is, that's 38 hours. What's a part-time? Okay, not more than 32 hours and not less than 10 hours. Okay, so a part-timer in this instance works between 10 hours and 32 hours a week. and they would get the part-time rate. And then it has a casual section. These are all folded into the table that's up the top. Okay, they're really the important ones that we need to know. There's lots of other stuff, like you'll see that there's superannuation, how much you're entitled to. This just says it will meet the minimum requirements, it won't do any more. Okay, how much notice you have to give if you're going to quit. And then there's always a section of definitions. What does it mean to be a level 1 fast food worker, a level 2, a level 3? Okay, so let's see if we can use this to answer a question. I'm going to do too many, we're just going to take a look at one. Okay. This one here was okay. For A, work out the gross wage for a week for each of the following. Mandy, an 18-year-old, level 2, full-time fast food worker. Okay, so she's full-time, so we know we're going to look at that full-time section. She's a level 2, so we're going to look in the level 2 section. Okay, and she's 18 years old, so that might play into it. Let's go to our reward and see if there's a section there. Okay, well, she is 18 years old. Oh, look, here's an 18-year-old section. She's level 2, and we needed her full-time. She's full-time, so she gets paid that weekly rate. So the answer is $389.40. Let's take a look at another one. What is the hourly rate? This one. What is the hourly rate for a 17-year-old level 3 casual fast food worker for hours worked between 1 AM and 4 AM on a Friday morning? Whoa, lots going on there. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got a 17-year-old, so it's going to be a junior, level 3 casual fast food worker. And it looks like they're giving us times in the early morning on a Friday morning. Okay, so, and we're asked to find out what is the hourly rate. Okay, let's go see what we can find. Whoop, wrong one. This one. So, was a 17-year-old, and what level was it? Level 3. Okay, so 17-year-old level 3 casual. So that's that right there. Can you see? I'll highlight it in. Okay, that's the 17-year-old level 3 casual. Okay, let's go look at the rest. But they also get an early morning benefit potentially. Let's have a look at the early morning section. So we go down, remember we looked at that penalty rate section? And we saw this here. Okay, well, if you're working in the early morning, you get an extra $1.9995 on top of your rate. Okay, so let's go back. We had $11.3419. Yep, plus that 1.995 is his bonus for working in the morning, and that gets us $13.3369, okay, per hour. Okay, so that's an award. That's how you apply it. Now go and tackle the questions.